Good morning. So when we left you on the end of the last video, we just got back to the van and had some pizza. What I didn't tell you is that on the way back, Jenine actually twisted her ankle in some bloody pothole. So she's got a bandage on now, limping around. So she's not going to be doing much today, which is a pain for her. She's in a fair bit of pain, I think. Yeah, luckily we've got the first aid kit on, and we've got some tubular bandages because they've come in handy. We didn't have any paracetamol on the car though, on the van. We only had cold and flu. Now there is paracetamol in the cold and flu. Jenine can't have ibuprofen, so that was out of the question. But yeah, so it's the next morning now. Janine's still feeling a little bit sore. And I'm now taking Krypto for the walk. And look at this. We come up here last night and it's a like a little swimming spot. Very nice, isn't it? Jenine said it's absolutely freezing, like Siberia. But there we are. But yeah, so I've plotted a nice little route out, which is probably going to take me an hour or two to go around. I've even put the walking boots on. Yeah, I've even got the walking boots on because I'm expecting it to be a little bit more bumpy on the terrain, and I don't want to twist my ankle as well. But no, poor Jenine, she's and the thing is, as always, I always park quite a distance away from the toilet blocks, mainly because we only really use them for number twos and for having a shower, but also I always find that they smell a bit, so I like to get as far away from them as possible so that you don't get none of that horrible smells. And also then there's not so many people walking past your pitch. So yeah, I have my reasons for parking further away, but at the moment that's backfired because Janine's like, well, now I've got to hobble down there, which is not good for her. Because as a general rule, we don't do a number two in the porta potty, only number ones. But yeah, anyway, the plan for today is do this walk, come back, have some breakfast, chill out. Janine's going to read her book tonight, barbecue, probably early night, morning, pack up, go home. That's pretty much it. I'm hoping that I'm going to get some nice pictures on this walk. That's what I'm hoping for. So hopefully there'll be something that, you know, that sort of piques my interest and makes me want to get my camera out the back. Got it with me, so we'll see. Krypto, come. Let's put you back on the lead. Right. I'll catch you in a bit. Turns out, start of this walk, Jesus, listen to my breath. It's a sheer incline up a hill. I can seem to lift my head straight. Which is just what I need. It's also a single track road, so I'm hoping that any cars that are coming will see me. God, I'm so out of breath. I'll see you in a minute. So the public footpath should be around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. There's a sign. Public bridleway, which means we can walk down here. I think I can let him off down here. Looks like it's all fenced off anyway. Not too far, please. Nicely down the slope. That is steep and dry. Also, I just wanted to say, if you remember a couple of weeks back, I started using the AllTrails app as instead of using OS, because it sort of worked more like a sat nav system, which was quite cool. But yesterday when we was using it, And we walked, well sorry, last week's episode, we went to the pub not far from our campsite, and it took us through a farm. The public footpath, or so we thought, led us through a farm, and we was quite annoyed because the cattle shed seemed to be right over the top of it, so we couldn't actually get through, so we had to walk around the back bits, and that was fine on the way there. But on the way back from the pub, we actually got challenged by the person at the farm saying that we're not supposed to be there, and rightly so. I argued back and said, well, it says on my app that this is a public right of way. They said, no, it's not. The public right of way is out the back. So obviously AllTrails is telling me that I can walk through there, but I look on OS maps, and sure as what you like, there it is. You're supposed to go around the back of the farm. So AllTrails has just decided there's a private road there that runs right through the middle of a farm, through a cattle shed and everything, and you can just walk down that. And to be fair, that's not really my cup of tea. I didn't like that. I'm not a fan of having my confrontation, especially only if I know I'm in the right. And I did think I was in the right at the time, but I actually wasn't. So I was fuming actually. I was like, I'm going to write to the council. I'm going to tell them that they're blocking the public right of way. And turns out they weren't actually blocking nothing. It was just the app that I was using. So I've stopped using AllTrails now. So that was a waste of 20 quid because it's like a year subscription in it. So I probably won't use that again. So I've unsubscribed from that. I won't be using that anymore. I've gone back to the old OS maps, which is just, it's still good, but it doesn't work on your watch. And it doesn't really, it's not as intuitive. It's not as intuitive as AllTrails. AllTrails, you can just click a dot somewhere and then click another dot, and it will find you a nice route, and it will tell you if it's going to be a scenic route, within trees, rivers, nice surroundings, that kind of stuff. Whereas OS maps, you kind of just have to, use your own initiative really. So that was that. So I'm now using OS maps, not AllTrails, and I wouldn't recommend AllTrails to anybody unless there's a setting or something that you know about that I don't. Maybe if there is something that I'm just doing wrong with the app, then leave it in the comments so that I can figure it out, because obviously I've paid for it. It makes sense for me to use it, and I do prefer it functionality wise. It's just that if it's not accurate and taking me through private land where I'm going to get challenged, then I don't want to use it. So yeah, anyway, back on with the walk. One thing I will say, this is a lovely area, really nice. I mean, look at these really old houses. I wonder how old these houses are. Gorgeous. And so is that tree in their garden. They look old. I'm also beginning to regret wearing jeans. Do you know what though? I've got this weird phobia of wearing shorts and walking boots. I don't know why, but I do have walking trousers, but they don't fit me. They're a little bit too small, so I'm still trying to lose weight, and hopefully I'll be able to get in them maybe for next year. I don't know. And I've only got 2 inches to lose off the waist, and then they'll fit me. But yeah, so I've got a phobia of wearing shorts with walking boots, so I wore jeans. But yeah, it is boiling, really is, and I'm on another massive uphill passageway. Oh, there's a footpath here. I wonder what this one is. There is a footpath. I'm wondering if we should have a quick look over there, Krypto. What do you reckon? Let's have a look on the maps and see where we are. As it happens, this is the footpath we are supposed to be going on. So that's the way we're going to go. Excellent. Right. Do you think you can jump over this? Easy. No problem for you. Straight over. Alright. Okay. Wait. Yeah, this is nice. It does say on here that there's there's possibly cattle in the field. Now I can see some cows, but they're on the other side of the river. And again, wait, I've got to come back and get the camera, haven't I? It's okay, I'm coming back. He's getting worried. He's like, where are you going, Dad? Yeah, as I was saying, there is a sign saying there's cattle in this field, so I have to keep dogs on the lead. But it doesn't appear to be any cattle. The cattle seem to be on the other side of the river. So I might let him off. This is nice around here, isn't it? 9 o'clock now. So I've been out for about an hour, about halfway round. The sun's come up and it's actually quite warm, even though it's only 9 in the morning. I'm not worried about Krypto because he's on grass mainly. And I think it's mainly grass root all the way back. So he's not going to burn his feet. And it's not hot enough yet. Anyway, time for a quick drink. Seems we've got a fallen tree in the footpath. Good boy. Oh, that's low. Oh, how low can you go? Oh, Jesus. I think this is all the same river that runs through our camp. Excellent. Got a risk of trees being dropped on me and being shot. Perfect. One thing is for certain, it's a lot cooler inside this canopy of trees. Oh, there is dead branches everywhere. I would suggest that this footpath doesn't get walked very much because it's a little bit overgrown. Oh, as you can see, oh, nearly went over. It's a little bit overgrown, this footpath, so I don't think it's walked very often. But there is still a trail here. That's what we're following. And now I'm glad that I'm wearing jeans and walking boots because there are nettles, thorns, brambles. You name it, it's all on the floor right near my ankles. Nice though. Wow. Just been stung by some bloody nettles. They do say that getting stung by nettles cures hay fever. So, and I do have hay fever, as you well know. What you got? What's that? You got a stick? Show us then. Oh, that's a nice one. There we are. That's why it's called the Priory. Cashing box on bank details or bank details other side. Yeah, I quite like the idea of some of that, honey. Interesting. An honesty box that's got a banking system. That's good. Good idea. I need to check I'm going the right way because this doesn't look like this is a throughway. It doesn't look like this carries on. It looks like it's a fence that I can't get through. So, give me a tick. It's all right. I told you to come on twice, but you just sit there, didn't you? Go on. Good boy. Yeah, I'm nearly back at the campsite now. So I'm not going to do any more filming. My battery's a little bit low. And there's not really much else to film actually. It's just a road. And this whole entire route's on last week's video of where I am now. So I'll see you when I get back to camp. See you in a bit. Just been on down and got the logs. Just enjoyed our lovely breakfast, even though I had trouble keeping the fire going. Yeah, Krypto's sleeping now. I found the Elson point. I don't know if I said last night, about 12 o'clock, I went to use the toilet and realised it was full. So I had to traipse around with the toilet tent at 12 o'clock at night, trying to find the Elson point, which I couldn't find. And in the end, I had to empty it down the toilet. I'm gonna go, everyone's staring at me. So we just had our barbecue, right?
So you haven't been seeing much of me because I completely stacked it walking out of the gate and fell down a hole. Rolled my ankle.
Yeah.
Apparently it wasn't my best, you know.
It wasn't your best moment?
No.
I've seen you fall worse.
You've seen me fall better, apparently.
Well,
apparently
yeah.
It wasn't that amusing because it did make me cry.
Yeah.
So,
It wasn't nice to see. We haven't been able to check the footage back yet to see if I actually caught it on camera. I think the camera was recording, so there might be some audio, but you're probably not going to hear that because I think there was a lot of swearing.
Screaming and crying.
There was a lot of swearing. But yeah, so no, we've had a nice day actually, considering that Janine's been resting her poor ankle in the van most of the day and not really been and done anything, have you? We did plan on going into Trowbridge and to Nunney and Fron today, but because of Jenine can't really walk much, we've not done it. So, which is why I've done quite a big walk this morning with Krypto, so that he's all happy. As you can hear though, he might be happy. Come here, come. He might be happy, but he still wants to play, even though I've walked him to death today.
Yeah.
I think we're going to say good night.
Laters.
Say good night.
Good night.
Say bye for now.
Bye for now.
Today and not tomorrow.